There are a ton of birds outside just having a party. Same. At least they get to meet together. Us human beings in quarantine, gotta do it in social distancing. Hi, my name is Dian Aquino, and today, February 19, is the day that I finally decided what deck I want to buy for my new longboard setup. For those of you who have been following my longboarding journey on YouTube, you might know that my current setup is a Loaded Tarab board on Harris trucks and blood orange smoke wheels. Originally, I started off with orangutan fat freeze, and then I won a giveaway by Natalie Pluto and blood orange. You can watch my unboxing video somewhere over here, and from then on, I have been riding blood orange and I love it. So if you're looking for wheels for your new setup, or you're trying to find new wheels that you want for your current setup, then I would highly recommend that you check out blood orange. I am in no way sponsored, but I just love riding their wheels. And it's not just because I won the giveaway. Honestly, I feel that my sessions have been way better and way more productive. So it could be a placebo effect, or it could actually mean that their product works and it's really good. I digress. Today, I am so excited because I have been doing so much research on what deck I want to get, because your vertically challenged girl has been struggling riding the Tarab board when it comes to freestyle tricks. Dancing, on the other hand, is fine, but when it comes to doing no complies, or like the ghost ride kickflip, or all the other tricks that I want to learn, like the tiger claw, I struggle to handle the board. Ever since then, I have decided that maybe it's time to move on from the Tarab board and look for something that fits me a lot better. I have learned that in longboarding, sometimes your first setup isn't your dream setup. And I did a ton of research with the Tarab board. I just didn't take into account my height as much, and I didn't think further than how my body would manage the length of the board that I got. So in the 8 months of longboarding with it, I have learned that... Are you tired? Sorry, that was my dog. I have come to find that you really have to consider your height, your weight. So I have found in the 8 months that my confidence with riding the Tarab board kind of dwindled a little bit every time I couldn't land the trick as well as I wanted to. And maybe that's because I'm not practicing enough, but I did find that the heavier the board was, the harder it was for me to manage it. I've been doing a lot of research and looking up a lot of companies and watching a lot of longboarders and their setups, and I finally come to a decision, and I'm really happy with it and I'm excited. I haven't purchased it yet, but I just want to talk about the board that I decided to get. And as a longboarder and as a human being, it's okay to change your mind. I was so stoked to get the Loaded Tarab board, and I rode it for 8 months, and I found that I struggled more than I was successful. So as much as it didn't work for me, I know it works for other people, like Lotfi would. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should. He does amazing tricks on the Loaded Tarab boards, or the loaded boards. It works for him, but for me, not so much. I am eventually gonna give that board to Joel because he's a lot taller and I think he would manage it a lot better than I would. He recently picked up longboarding and decided that it was really cool and really fun, so I've been teaching him a little bit of the stuff that I know, and so hopefully he'll be able to enjoy the Loaded Tarab board more than I have been, and we'll have some really awesome sessions with really awesome people one of these days when quarantine and the whole COVID pandemic is over, or at least behind us. So I've decided to go with the Cosmo longboards, and they're a company based in Seoul, Korea. Seoul? I'm so sorry if I butchered the name. But it's based in Korea, and they do international shipping, which is really awesome, and the website is very easy to navigate. And I found this company from Sophia Graham on Instagram. She is this young longboarder. She is so good. If I could ever get to her level, that would be sick. She currently rides the Astro 42 board, so I checked that out and I was reading through the specs, and I think it's the perfect fit for me. It's for freestyling and dancing, and I think it's short enough for me to be able to manage well, and long enough for me to be able to do dance tricks, so I'm really stoked about that. And it's called the Astro Pro 42 deck in white ash, and I'm going to be doing the soft flex. They have a little description here, and it says the flex range is best for people 0 to 165 pounds in a soft flex. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I want to do the white ash because I think it looks really beautiful. I'm I'm gonna post up those specs when I eventually get it, and I'll probably talk more in detail about it. I plan to get this deck with caliber trucks and stick to my smoke wheels because I just enjoy them so much. And the caliber trucks are trucks that I have been eyeing since I found Hans Loaders on YouTube. He spoke highly of the caliber trucks, and ever since then I've been wanting it, but I got the Paris trucks because those are the ones that were available at the store that I was buying it from. I have nothing against Paris trucks. I think they work well for me. I just really wanted the caliber trucks. I'm gonna be making my dream setup, and hopefully this will be the one for me, and I can't wait to show you guys my longboarding journey with this and how it feels and how it rides, and I'll be a little bit more specific about my setup and how well I work with it, and hopefully it'll be the perfect fit for me, and I'm excited to ride it. I think when it comes to longboarding, it's always a progression. You're gonna find that maybe this setup doesn't work as well, but this setup works as well. So it's all a learning process, and you know, just have fun with it, enjoy it, let it be a time of relaxation, even though sometimes not being able to land the tricks is very frustrating. But the moment that you land it, the exhilaration and the thrill that you feel is just so worth all the struggle of getting to that point. So have fun with it, and if you're like me and the first setup that you put together wasn't your ideal or dream setup, then change it up. You know, that's the beauty of longboarding. There's so many things and so much variety with what you can put together, and yeah, just have fun with it. I know that setting up your longboard can be really daunting because there are so many options out there, but there are a ton of people on YouTube and on Instagram who talk about their setups and are sponsored by a bunch of really cool companies. So look at those longboarders and see who you are inspired by, who you trust to be a great spokesperson for that particular product, and do your research and try it out. And if it doesn't work, do more research. That's basically what I did. Some things worked for me and some things didn't. So you know, you kind of just go with the flow, and always remember that like life, longboarding is a process, and there's always constant progress as long as you keep moving forward. So if you found this video helpful or you like the content that I put out, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. My goal for 2021 is to get 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me out with that, please do so. I would really, really appreciate it. Have fun with your session, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye. This is throwing it back to my childhood, but Rocket Power was my show, and Reggie was my girl. Like, she was gold because she was surrounded by a bunch of dudes, and she was one of the best riders, whether that's on a surfboard or on a skateboard, even on a bike. And she was just, I wanted to be like her when I was younger. And look at me now. I'm longboarding, maybe not as cool as her, but I'm on a board and I surf, so